10th grade board results are finally out, and I posted this one specific reel 1 month back that I'll do crazy good performance using only AI, and that reel blew up. Like 3 lakh people saw it. Okay, so now let's see if that preparation was worth it or not. Because, hi, I'm Minaya. I'm that sort of a person who only used AI throughout 10th grade for studying. And yesterday 10th results were out. So let me first start with this one thing. I did not go to any tuition. I did not take any coaching classes. My parents don't help me out in studying the chapters. I have not used any reference book other than R.S. Agarwal for math, because obviously it's needed. And what else? I have been doing YouTube the entire year. So that makes me completely different from a normal crowd of students, alright? And now let me just reveal my marks now. Starting off with the languages, because that's like, sounds easy, right? But I literally hacked the system by using AI. I used Notebook LM, Gemini a lot, generated podcasts, quizzes, interactive dashboards, and so much. And my results were crazy. In English, I got a 96%. I loved it. Like, wow. And grammar, everything I practiced it from Gemini and all that. I've made several videos on how I do those specific things. If you want, you can go check it out. But yeah, it was solely AI. But I had only, studied the stories back last year. So this year, just AI prep, and it got me 96%. And then in Hindi, it was a bit tough. If you ask others as well, Hindi was a bit tough exam this year, and I got like 93% in that. Again, the strategy was same: using Notebook LM, generating podcasts, using it to generate quizzes and mind maps and video overviews and so much more, asking in the chat to explain me the depth, the chapter summaries, and connecting the chapters together. I did all of that. I literally made up my own slam strategy and used it on almost all 5 subjects, okay? It was quite good, okay? Not bad. And now let's move on to SST, okay? Now this is the type of subject everyone hates, including me. Like, I hate SST to the core. Like, why am I supposed to remember a history date and a history event that occurred back in the past? And why am I supposed to know everything about politics and all, which is not even true? And basically, I have that hate towards SST, okay? But AI made it so good. Like, I genuinely loved studying with it. I used Claude a lot for, this preparation in SST. This time, I generated question booklets using PYQs, and most importantly, I used a lot of competency-based questions. I literally generated question booklets for each subject, each and every subject. Economics, history, civics, and geography. I practiced only those questions, and I got a 96% in SST. And I do consider it a big win because, wow. And not just that, I relied only on that plus the Notebook LM audio overviews. Like, nothing else. I don't even watch lectures. Yeah, I forgot to include that in the intro part. So the 6th part, I don't even watch lectures. Just a few if I had to, one or two. So that got me a 96% in SST, and I'm really happy about it. And moving on to science, see, I have a both love-hate relationship with science. I love certain chapters, I hate certain chapters. Like, for example, chemistry, I hate it altogether, okay? It just burns my mood, okay? I hate it. Physics, I find it interesting. Bio, I find it easy, kind of good, kind of not good. I don't know, it's like a mix for me, okay? So I can't really say that I practiced a lot. But you know what my strategy was? Again, I used Gemini to explain me the visual chapters so well. I can literally show you the things. And then I also used Notebook LM, for specifically chemistry chapters, carbon and compounds. I generated massive notebooks, and I studied only through the PPT that it generated, that AI generated before. And it was so good. I understood the chemistry topics just because of AI. And then biology was relatively easier, but the diagrams and all, I practiced it through the images it generated and the analogies it provided, and all of that yielded to give me a total of 92%. And to be honest, that's not bad. Like, I just regret this one thing. I messed up 4 MCQs. And that was literally ruining my mood the entire day after I gave my science board exam. But yeah, it was expected. I was expecting like between 92 to 94, and I got 92, which is good. So these were subjects I performed exceptionally well. And I wanted to pause for a while. If you consider the percentage of all these four subjects, I get a total of 94.5%. Wow. I love this percentage. I'm like, wow, so my AI strategy did really break the education system here. Like, did I just crack the CBSE code here? Because I didn't use textbooks. I didn't really do all that, you know, studying, grinding methods. I used AI. But then let's talk about it. There's a fifth subject called maths, which unfortunately exists. And I'm pretty sure it's the same scenario with you all right now if you're a 10th grader too. Because this year math was a pretty bad, subject. Because it kind of ruined everyone's mood. It was a very tough paper. And the thing is, I really messed up badly in the preparation. The thing is, it was the first board exam, okay? Think about it. First board exam, so you're already having that anxiety of the first board exam thing. And the thing is, I relied only on the PYQs. I used Claude a lot over here. So I asked Claude to go through all the past 5 to 10 years of question papers in maths and asked it to create me question booklets of all the PYQs, okay? So then I just kept on practicing those questions for the last 6 days, and that made me a really good, perfectionist type of person in just PYQs. But guess what? This year, board decided to give a lot of competency-based questions, which is why half of the questions seemed so unfamiliar to me and I kind of did badly, okay? And I learned it from that exam itself that I should not rely on PYQs, but instead should have approached the AI strategy in a better way. But yeah, I got 64% in maths. That's probably my lowest ever. And the thing is, from a 94.5%, it brought my overall percentage down to an 88%, which is why I'm kind of sad. But guys, wait a second. The crazy thing here is that I'm shocked, okay? Maths was the first exam. And after that, I literally did exceptionally well in other 4 subjects. How good is that? How cool is that? And you know how math board exam was anyway so tough? Like if you ask anyone, they'll tell you that it went bad for them. Whether it's an average student or a topper student. It was so bad. Like literally, the teachers online, if you know Prashant Bhaiya and Ritik sir, all those teachers literally filed, PILs and made videos about it, talking about how difficult it was, how it was a completely new pattern. And yeah, like the paper was difficult. I'm not blaming the paper, but we really didn't get that much exposure of competency based questions even in classes, I feel like. Because yes, we should be practicing more of R.S. Agarwal, R.D. Sharma, but the questions, there is a literal book called Competency Based Questions that CBSE published in the start of this year, but no teacher even recommended us to even use that. Like, why? I started using that in the next 4 subjects, which is another game thing, like another level up thing. But yeah, a few of the chapters I anyways hate, like trigonometry and surface areas, which I don't know, I just don't like them, and I kind of sucked at that, so that came as a 5-marker question. And that triangles question at the last page, totally like a 11th grade question. Oh my god. So all of that counts, and it was the first day, I was just scared. So I feel like my approach should have been in such a way where I even practice the competency based questions. I completely ignored that. That was my fault, and the other fault was CBSE not helping us understand the type of questions that would come this year. So it's like a bunch of factors are there. So I can't really say that I sucked at my practice. No, I didn't, because my pre-boards scores literally tell that. And the only reason why I practiced PYQs in the last 5 to 6 days using Claude was because how every teacher literally tells you CBSE gives you the same paper repeatedly, PYQs are repeated almost 99% of the times, Whether it's online, YouTube videos, YouTube teachers, or offline in your school, everyone tells you the same thing. It keeps repeating you the same questions. So just keep on practicing previous year question papers a lot. I did the same thing, but in a way where I extracted all the PYQs. So that approach was wrong of mine. And that day when I viewed my results, I was so surprised. I'm like, how can I get so low in maths? And my dad came into my room and he's like, wait for a while and hear me out. He's like, think about it. If I'm on a stage giving a big talk to a big crowd, and it's like a 5-minute talk, okay? And if I mess up the first minute, I'm literally like fumbling and struggling to speak. I mess up a few words. I start badly. Everyone's like, ew, they're making kind of fun of me and all of that. The first minute I did bad. But the next 4 minutes I handled it exceptionally well, that everyone gave it a 9.5 out of 10 rating. So my dad's like telling me, why are you worried about that 0.5% that ruined like only like 20% of your entire 10th grade syllabus? Because 80% is the rest 4 subjects, right? So I'm just thinking in that way, like, wow, in real life, if you compare this is a crazy bounce back strategy that I did, and solely relying on the AI strategy, everything. I feel like it was definitely a crazy good board result, and I am happy with it right now. I feel good about it now. And after that, my dad also, bought me Death by Chocolate DBC ice cream. I love it. And yesterday, my day went pretty good. Except the fact that results came out at 5 p.m., which is weird time. But yeah, I want to know about you guys. How was the result for you all? Did you all also have this dip, sudden dip after maths? Did you all also perform really good according to you in the rest 4 subjects? If you did, then consider that as a win. Don't get sad over your result. You need to look at the bigger picture, okay? And in that bigger picture, 4 out of 5 were a big success. 1 out of 5 is a good enough mark. That's it for today's video. I'll see you all in my next video. Make sure to subscribe and comment down below what do you think about all of this and your scores. Bye.